Hello, and you are live with Sandra at It's All About Choices. And where every Tuesday, I have the pleasure of dishing out your daily dose of nutritional wellness news for your mind, your body, and your soul. And I hope that everybody is having a wonderful day. I hope you are having a wonderful Tuesday so far. And for those who are listening to me live, thank you for tuning in live. And those who are listening to the replay, thank you for listening to the replay. And we are focusing on hitting the reset button in 2023 and this month, and we're talking about resetting and recalibrating. And so we are talking about this is your time to thrive. So we're going to talk about 3 keys to setting yourself up for success in 2023, okay? Because we always talking about New Year's resolutions, but we really want to focus on setting goals versus these resolutions. And so have you ever noticed how kids are so great at acknowledging themselves, and they are so confident in saying things like, I did so well, and I went to the potty all by myself. Remember those days? And so when was the last time you acknowledged yourself? Think about that. When was the last time you acknowledged yourself with enthusiasm? Okay. And as humans, especially as adults, we don't acknowledge ourselves for enough. And we miss out on opportunities to build up our own self-confidence. And hence we succeeding to reach our weight loss goals and our health goals. And so to hit the reset button and to move forward in 2023, we want to reflect on some of the good things that happened in 2022 and acknowledge what you did well, okay? Not what you didn't accomplish. We always highlight what we didn't accomplish. So let's highlight what we did actually accomplish, okay? So today I'm going to talk about 3 simple steps that will keep you moving forward to reaching your goals, your weight loss goals, your health goals, no matter what life challenges you face along the way, because you know what, we are going to face challenges and we're going to have to reset our goals and reset our missions and reset the things that we are wanting to do. And so I am Sandra Goltry. For those who do not know me, I'm a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and this month we are focusing on helping people get through each day. Okay, I like to give you the necessary tools and techniques to help you with weight loss plateaus, and to move you to a healthier relationship with food, effectively control food cravings, and just to build habits that last for life. So we want to get away from the band-aid, and we want to look for longer term solutions, okay? Things that last. And so again, those who are tuning in, definitely chime in. Let me know that you're on. And I am actually going to set up my window. Well, actually, I'm going to not set up my window today because I forgot to get things set up. So I won't be able to see your name. So if you tell me what your name is, what your comment, then I will have the ability to at least refer to you by your name. And so we are talking about hitting the reset button, resetting and recalibrating. And we're going to talk about this year. This is your year to thrive. Okay. We're going to set some goals, but we're going to achieve them this year. So that's what's different about how we're going to approach it. And so for those who have not had the opportunity, now is a good time. I want to give you a sneak peek of my updated 30-day nutrition and wellness group program that is going to kick off this Thursday, actually. And so I am really, really excited. There is plenty of time to sign up and to get set up and to attend this. And you know what? I am going to have to set up my window because you all would not be able to get the link where you could click on it unless I set it up. So let me do that right now. And I think I have it set up right now. Let's see here. Give me one moment to put this URL in the chat. Let's see here. So that's one of them. And so definitely check that out. And so it's an opportunity to reset those goals, reset and recalibrate. So that's what it's all about. So I'm going to go into more detail about that a little bit later. So let's jump right on into the topic, okay? And so we're going to talk about 3 keys to striving to setting up yourself for success in 2023. So to boost up your confidence in any area of your life, you need to make a practice to praise yourself, okay? And so this doesn't mean you go around bragging about every accomplishment, but rather it means shining a light on your strengths, okay, and other positive attributes about yourself. And so the first simple step in doing that and moving forward in reaching your goals with your weight loss and health goals is no matter what challenges that you face along the way is to, number one, give yourself permission. I'll put that on here. Give yourself permission to toot your own horn. All right. So I see a comment here. Okay. Yes. I was seeing if I had any comments. So give me a second there to get back. So give yourself permission to toot your own horn. Okay. So your brain is very adaptable. Okay. And it's a positive thoughts about yourself that create these neural connections that get strengthened every time you repeat them. And so the stronger that neural connection, the more it shapes what you believe is true about what you can and cannot do. So your mindset then influences your thoughts, your emotions, your behaviors, and ultimately your results. Okay. And so many of us tend to underappreciate the minor things that we do successfully every single day because we easily remember the experiences that when we made that mistake or when we failed at something. And as humans, we are excellent self critics, right? We are our hardest critic. I know I'm my hardest critic. And those critical thoughts lead us to experience negative emotions such as guilt, shame, and embarrassment. So give yourself permission to toot your own horn when you do something well, okay? There is absolutely nothing wrong with that, all right? So I would like for you to reflect back, okay? I would like for you to reflect back on 2022, and I would like for you to name one thing that you accomplished. Name one thing that you have accomplished already, and you are proud of it. You know, no matter how big it is, no matter how small it is, recognize that, okay? That's something really, really, really huge, okay? And so, and then I want to invite you back. I want you to pause and I want you to take a moment to just kind of praise yourself and think about that. And be sure to consider the little successes as well, because we tend to forget about those. We think that it has to have this grand, big, big thing, but it doesn't have to. And then just state that, okay? And even think about that and state that. All right. And so let's talk about reflecting back in your life in 2022. And this is the second thing we want to do. We want to take a few moments to reflect back on some of those successes. So right now we're celebrating the small victories that feed into the bigger victories, right? And so what decisions or achievements are you most proud of? You know, what struggles have you overcome? Grab a piece of paper, maybe write down 3 things that you have achieved. But remember, we are celebrating the small wins throughout the day in 2022 that you may have overlooked. And so let's unpack this a little bit more. So specifically, success with changing eating habits, maybe exercise. Maybe you started exercise, you was consistent with exercise. Sleeping, you were getting more sleep, more rest. Stress management. You know, we're not feeling a lot of anxiety, stress eating. Okay, that's typically a side effect of stress. Doctor's visits, you know, you're losing weight. These are all related to why we are hitting the reset button after all. And so, for example, eating habits. Maybe you say you ate more vegetables or fruits, or you drank more water, or you know, these are some examples. At the doctor's visit, maybe for the first time you had labs done, because I've come across many adults who've never had labs. So maybe this is the first time you took that plunge and got the labs, got the results that you've been putting off and maybe afraid of. So those things are very, very important. Those are successes, because knowing, I always tell people, knowing is better than not knowing. So remember those things, okay? And so name at least, I'm gonna ask you all to name at least, you know, one thing that you achieved in 2022 related to your health specifically, or your weight loss, okay? And so only positive things, only positive things. So write that down. Maybe even if it was 1 pound, you made it through the holidays, you didn't gain weight. You made it through the holidays, you only gained 1 pound or something like that. So any little thing is success, and it builds into the bigger picture that we're trying to achieve, okay? And so before I get into the third step, about how to think more positively about yourself and things of that nature, I want to give more details about Body Reboot Blueprints, okay? And so this is designed for those who have been struggling. Let's say you've been struggling, you've reached a weight plateau. Let's say you're tired of trying diets. Maybe you have found yourself kind of not being social as much, and you're embarrassed. A lot of times people are embarrassed to go out. Maybe they gain weight and people haven't seen them at this weight, and so they're embarrassed. So things like that, it's very amazing how weight can impact us, and we want to get to that place where we feel better about ourselves. And so that's what this is all about. It's about feeling better about yourself. It's about having the tools and the knowledge to be able to get back on track and feel like you're progressing and moving forward. So a way to reset and a way to recalibrate. And so we want to start that new lifestyle that drastically increases your quality of sleep and your energy levels. And you want to end that confusion about what to eat for your body type, for what your needs are. And a lot of times people just need that accountability. They need that hand holding. They need that community support. And that's what this is all about. So never feel like you have to do this all by yourself at all. Okay. Never feel like that. And I am going to put this in here again because so you all can actually look at the website while I'm talking about it. But at the end of the day, we kick things off on Thursday, okay? And what goes on this Thursday is it's a pre-module. And so it helps to get you set up. You use the weekend to get your meal plans, you get to do everything, get everything set up, get your food, you get to see what's coming up before our live, which will start on the 31st. So you have time to get set up. It's really designed to get you set up. And here are some of the things that you can expect through in the program. And so it's 4 weeks of live training. So each week we'll have a different session that's related to self-care. It's a lot to do with self-care, okay? Because it's all about creating a lifestyle of self-care in 2023. You're going to have access to a fun and safe environment where you can share and realize that you're not alone in this thing. And it's about breaking those food strongholds, and it's about encouraging each other throughout this process. And so definitely check it out. And I'm really excited. So the first 7 people who sign up, they have an opportunity to have an hour session with me, one-on-one session with me, where we are able to really take things to another level because we're able to personalize things beyond what we're doing in the group. So therefore, that'll catapult your results even more as far as weight loss and having that plan that works specifically for you. And so we're going to talk about a nutrition path specifically for you and maybe uncover any hidden challenges that maybe have been hindering you from reaching your goals. And so we'll try to work through those as well. And you will have tangible next steps to work with. So that's what it's all about. And so it's a one-of-a-kind program because you are going to have the opportunity to interact with me, interact with others, and then you also have that opportunity to have even one-on-one support as well. So it's like many, many levels of this, and it's fun. It's a fun environment. No Facebook required, no social media required. It's a totally different platform that we actually have this group program in. So check it out. Any questions, there's a way to contact me if you have any questions about the program that you have specifically for you. So definitely do not hesitate to reach out to me. And so our final step to keep you moving forward and reaching your weight loss goals, your health goals, no matter what life challenges throw at you, is to reframe your perspective. Okay, so we want to reframe your perspective. Now, what does that mean? So this one is really, really important because it's the most difficult step of it all. And so when you make a mistake or you feel like you don't live up to your expectations, take time to reflect on that event and search for the positive meaning, why did this happen? What am I supposed to learn from this? So ask yourself things such as, did I do my best at that time? What was my intention? What did I do well? How might this serve as a learning opportunity for me? There's always some positive lesson in the situation, even when it seems dark, even when it doesn't seem so positive. So sit down, and I want you to praise yourself out loud as well as in private. But for example, say I did my very best when, let's say, you order from a restaurant menu. Maybe you did not get something that you would typically get that might have been an overindulgence for you. Maybe you made a healthier choice. That's something that you did. That is something positive to look forward to. Or maybe you learn how to stop reading work emails when you leave office or when you get off work. And so therefore you're able to have more time with your family and wind down before you go to bed. That's another thing. Or maybe you were brave when you tried a new food for the first time. A lot of times people eat the same things over and over and over and over again, and they don't want to try anything new. And it's a good thing to open your mind to trying new foods and new flavors. Or maybe you're getting better at not going for your sweets when you are stressed out. Maybe you went for a walk instead, or you just did something that redirected yourself that wasn't involving food when you know that normally you stress eat. Okay, so those are things that we want to praise yourself for, and always look for the positive no matter what. Because if we think negative, if we think it's hard to lose weight, if we think it will never happen for us, then that tends to become our outcomes, and we don't want that to happen. Okay. And so know that mistakes are teachable moments, okay? Teachable moments. We learn from our mistakes only when we take time to reflect, to understand why we made those mistakes. But I tell myself, my clients all the time, mistakes are not setbacks. I used to think my diagnosis of blood pressure was a setback, but mistakes move you forward. They allow you to learn what your body's limits are. Okay. And the key to making mistakes is identifying what course of action you will do differently next time. That's what it's all about. You only hit the rewind button to know, hey, what may have caused this? What can I do in the future to stop this from happening again? And then you move on. You don't beat yourself up. You don't stay stuck in that place. You use that as a tool to, what do I do to make a change and course correct for the next time? Okay. And so the takeaway message from all of this is when you train yourself to acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small it is, you can change your inner dialogue. You can broaden your perspective. You can prime yourself to feel more confident, success, and happiness. Okay, so if you practice these habits consistently, then you will notice that your inner dialogue becomes more loving, more empowering, and you will not depend on praise and validations from others to feel worthy and capable. Okay, you're heightened and confident, and that will extend to other areas of your life, and it will motivate you to achieve even bigger goals. So commit yourself so make that commitment in acknowledging yourself every day to boost your confidence, and program yourself to believe the truth that you can do anything. Okay, it can happen. Just give yourself some patience and give yourself some grace. Okay, and so remember to take advantage of the early bird special that ends really soon. So I want you to actually, as soon as you sign up, you will be able to have access to the portal. And on Thursday, that's when everything opens up, and you will be able to see all the wonderful stuff that's in store for you, and you'll see what's coming. And remember, the first 7 people, this is the big reason to not wait. The first 7 people will get this 1 hour 60-minute session with me on the phone, and you can use it anytime during the 30 days. And this way we can actually set some even more specific goals for you. Okay. So get all the details at actionchoices.com/body reboot blueprint. And I encourage you to invite a friend, invite a family member. Okay. It's always more fun to go through this journey with somebody that you know and that you can kind of have those little talks with offline, friendly competition going on. And so this concludes what I have for today's dose of nutritional wellness news for your mind, your body, and your soul. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening live. Remember, 2023 is about creating a lifestyle of self-care. And we are piggybacking off of last year's, where we were breaking food strongholds. So I think that's always in the mix, trying to break food strongholds, right? So I will see you next week. We will continue our theme on resetting and recalibrating. And we're going to talk about blood pressure. Okay, we're going to talk about blood pressure and how that impacts our heart health and our weight. And so that's something that's very near and dear to me, because that's something that I live with. And so definitely tune in for that. See you next time, and be blessed. And thank you for tuning in. Bye-bye.